What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on my terrible channel. Today, we are back with another Share My Story review. Now, today's video is a little bit different. It's called Girl in an All-Boys School. Obviously, that's like WTF. Now, the funny thing about this video is it was actually hard to find because it got recommended to me a couple of weeks ago and I was originally going to react to it, but then I went to Share My Story's channel and I tried to find that video again, but I just couldn't find it. It was nowhere to be found. So I did some digging, and guys, something weird is going on at Share My Story that they clearly don't want to share. But if you look over at their Social Blade, you can see that these last couple of months that they've been blowing up have been some of the best that they've ever had. I mean, heck, last month was their best month ever with 200 million views. But strange enough, a few days ago on January 8th, they deleted 245 million views worth of videos. Just poof, gone, obliterated. The question is why? Why would they do that? Why would you do that, Share My Story? Why would you delete almost 300 million views worth of videos? I've been noticing this on and off over the last week or two. It's been really weird. Share My Story, and I don't know if you guys are subscribed or not, but those of you that are, I'm sure you've noticed that they've been uploading videos and then taking them down and then re-uploading them and then taking down other videos and re-uploading older videos, and they've been doing a lot of re-uploading of older videos, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's because they just want to make more money, because if you upload a video and then you make money from it and you take it down and re-upload it, you can just make money again. And because a lot of the views and traffic on their channel is constantly from new people that have not watched other videos, maybe they were just trying to make as much money as they could by reusing old content, which, by the way, is a violation of the YouTube Terms of Service, Share My Story. You might want to look into that, but I can only assume that's what they might have been doing. They were just trying to make as much money as they possibly could during December, which is the highest paying CPM month of the entire year. And then boom, a few days into January, they delete all of the evidence, they delete all of those videos that they re-uploaded, and just like that, they're in the wind. They made their money, they played the system, and they basically got away with it. Whatever you're hiding, Share My Story, that you don't want to share, I'm gonna find it. Someday. Maybe. All right, with that said, let's get into today's deleted video. By the way, shout out to Paul J Vlog for re-uploading this. It was hard to find, so thank you.
It was my first day at a brand new school, and I was incredibly nervous because I didn't know if I would find any friends.
Okay, 7 seconds in, I can relate to that. Doesn't really sound that made up yet. I mean, except for the title, of course.
But when I opened the door to my classroom, I was shocked. There were 8 boys staring at me like they had never seen a girl before. The
They
teacher
probably
said,
haven't.
"Oh, there she is." As we all know, this was a boys' school until last year, but now we also accept girls. Unfortunately, our school forgot to make a public announcement about it, so we only had 1 female applicant.
What? Okay, so it was an all-boys school, and they just opened it up so that girls can go too, but they forgot to mention it publicly? How does a school even do that? If the first person forgets to do that, there's other people in place to remind those people to get that done, and then there's other people in place behind those people in place to make sure that the person in front of them reminded the other person. There's like a whole system of how this stuff is supposed to go down. Trust me, I used to be an English teacher. So obviously, right off the bat, boom. You know this is obviously fake. Not that we should be surprised, because most of these stories are pretty much fake or ripped off, but that's just typically one of the red flags. That tells you if it's kind of less of a true story.
Oh my god, I wasn't sure if this was good or bad news. But during my first break, 2 cute boys came to my table and asked me hundreds of questions.
To be honest, if I was in an all-girls school, I don't think I would complain that much. I mean, hey, you're in an all-girls school, what's the problem? Then again, yeah, of course I would miss, guy companionship. If there weren't any other guys in my whole town around me that I couldn't befriend, then yeah, I'd be kind of upset and pretty bummed out. But if it was just like the school area, hey, I am not complaining. You'd be the belle of the ball. What do you guys think? Would you like being in an all-girls school if you were a guy, or in an all-boys school if you were a girl? Or if you're gay in an all-boys school, or if you're lesbian in an all-girls school? Or if you're non-binary, then maybe a fully non-binary school? I don't leave anybody out.
I kinda enjoyed the attention I got. And when I went to buy myself a chocolate milk in the cafeteria, a boy next to me said, "Oh, don't worry, I'll pay for it." Everything was great
That's
until
nice.
we had PE class.
Physical
I had
education.
forgotten my sportswear, so the teacher gave me some old shorts, but they were way too small for my butt.
Stop.
So it really stood out.
Bro, okay. Maybe this is why they deleted this video. Maybe it got demonetized. One other reason I've come up with that Share My Story may have deleted so many of their videos is because of demonetization, and maybe they got like community guideline strikes. Or maybe it was because of COPPA. I don't know. You guys heard about COPPA, right? The whole thing that's going to be affecting YouTube and children's content. Because this stuff is clearly geared towards children, despite all of the sexual stuff that they put in here, which should not be for kids. Regardless, whatever the reason, I don't know what it is. I can't say for certain. We're just going to have to wait for Share My Story to share that info whenever they do. If they do. All right, let's continue with the freaking ass in my face.
And of course, all the boys kept looking at it. I felt so uncomfortable. And to make things worse, the teacher made us stretch, and all the boys behind me made stupid sounds like nice and ugh. After the class was over, one boy even gave me a compliment, saying I had a great booty. But I hated that. I didn't want anyone to think I was a hoe.
Oh, snap. The hoe's back. You guys remember that video, right?
Sarah came by. She was dressed as always, wearing a super short dress, looking like a hoe.
You know, it's like these kinds of situations where it's like constant things just perpetually happen to, you know, the main character of these stories. It just really gives off that fake vibe, because no sequence of events that are constantly bad usually happen to somebody in real life in this fashion, unless they're leaving out all the good parts. I mean, she didn't have gym shorts, so the teacher gave her a pair of shorts that were booty shorts, and then he makes her stretch in front of the other boys? Come on. Why was she even let in the school to begin with? It doesn't make any sense. Obviously, the only girl with all these little horny teens, gonna be a problem.
After a few weeks, Christopher came up to me on the schoolyard. He was the coolest and most handsome guy in our whole school.
Doesn't look that
He
handsome.
asked me if I wanted to go on a date with him, and I said, sure, I would love to. Wow, I felt so special. Like I was the only girl in the world with handsome guys fighting all over me.
I mean, you are the only girl in school with handsome guys fighting over you, so kind of the same thing.
But the date turned into a disaster. We met at a cinema,
That
and he
face.
constantly tried to kiss me. I told him it was too fast for me, but he kept on trying. That's why I left the cinema before the movie was over. But when I got to school the next week, there were all kinds of rumors about me and Christopher. One of my classmates asked me if it was true that I had made out with him first, and then gone further inside the bathroom.
Wait a minute, they have a men's room and a girl's room? Wow, for being an only boys school, that was actually pretty fast. But it looks like Christopher made up a bunch of false rumors out of spite because she wouldn't make out with him in the cinema. Bad Christopher.
I responded, "What? That's not true. He tried to kiss me, but it was too fast for me. I guess he's just mad that I rejected him." Luckily, the boys inside my class believed and defended me. They said Christopher had always been a jerk. However, the older guys in my school now all thought I was easy to have, so I constantly got hit on
Thanks,
by them.
Chris.
One time, a guy even asked me, "How much do I have to pay you?" I told him to F off, but he said again, "No, seriously, I'll give you $100. I went up to him and kicked him so hard in the nuts that he fell to the ground.
Okay, so basically Emo Anthony came up to her, literally offered her $100 to do it. Dude, if I heard like a rumor like this in my school, I wouldn't believe it so easily. Come to think of it, I did hear a couple of rumors like that when I was in high school, but yeah, nobody actually believed it, let alone actually had the audacity to, you know, conjure up $100 and offer it. Like, what if you get rejected and it turns out to be false? Your name is literally gonna go up all around the school as being the guy that tried to hire a hooker out of one of the students. Well, at least Anthony got what he had coming. He got kicked in the nuts, right?
Afterward, I went to our principal and told him about the incident. Luckily, I had several witnesses. So the guy did not only get kicked out of our school, but also got prosecuted by the police
Oh,
for trying to pimp out an
snap.
18-year-old girl.
Wait, she's 18? I thought you said these guys were older, like the older guys in high school. If you're 18, how old are they? Like freaking 19? 18 and a half? 18 and 3/4? Another red flag. Or perhaps it was a mistake in the script. Always gotta check the script on these animation stories.
I would have never expected that this would turn into such a big scandal for our whole school. But that guy had to serve a 2-month sentence inside a youth detention facility. And just because he asked me one stupid question.
Wait, why did he have to serve 2 months detention in a youth facility if she's 18 and he's older, meaning he's at least 18? Wouldn't he automatically go to, like, not juvie? Like prison? And what's with all the people going to prison in these stories? I feel like I always have questions about, like, prison, juvie, and whatnot because the characters are so young usually. Alright, well, at least it can't get any crazier.
Otherwise, it's great to be the only girl in an all-boys school. After a while, I chose to go on a date with my classmate Hector. It was a beautiful day in spring.
Lucky Hector.
And we sat down on a meadow covered in tall flowers, building a wall around us.
Yeah, that doesn't really look like a wall of flowers around you. I think you need to get your eyes checked, girl.
No one could see us. It was so romantic. Hector whispered, "Who do you like?" And I blushed. I wanted to say, "I like you, Hector. I like you so much." But I was too shy and just shrugged my shoulders. He said, "What if I tell you my crush first, and then you tell me yours?" "Sure," I responded. He said, "I like you." I blushed again, and then he leaned over to kiss me. I didn't resist. I liked it. He was so gentle, and I pressed myself close against him, putting my hands around his strong body.
Stop.
Falling into pure sensation.
Oh, okay. Jeez, holy crap. No wonder this video got deleted. Jeez, sometimes they get a little bit too detailed with these descriptions. But hey, at least she got happy with Hector, so... I mean, she got really happy.
Nothing else mattered anymore. Only to be with him.
Hey,
Bonus story.
I'm Emma.
Wait, what the heck? Is that the end of the story? It's only 4 minutes into the video, and the video is like almost 11 minutes. Those little weasels. Share my story. Did you really put 2 stories in one video just so you could hit the 10-minute mark? Clever. That's clever.
Hey, I'm Emma, and 6 months ago, I was dating this really cool guy. His name was Ronaldo, and he was just like Russell Brand.
What? When she said his name's Ronaldo, I was thinking like Cristiano Ronaldo, but then she's like, and he's just like Russell Brand. Literally looks nothing like him. I just thought that was funny because, you know, Russell Brand, he's a comedian. He's kind of a funny looking guy. I don't know. I just had Ronaldo in my head and then Russell Brand. Okay, we're not going to watch that story, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the main one. Again, obviously, this is another fictionalized story from Share My Story, who probably hired some writer off of Fiverr. I gotta hand it to them. Their animation team, whoever does the animations, it's clearly like the same one or couple of people because, you know, little like themes and memes are present, so whoever's doing it kind of knows about meme culture and anime because there's a lot of little references there. But yeah, I'll give this story I'll give it a 3.5 out of 10. There wasn't really like a whole lot there. I think the main shock value was that she was the only girl in an all-boys school. And then like, yeah, a couple of bad things happened here and there, but there was no build-up, there was no climax, there was nothing that we were really waiting for. It was just like, she's a girl in an all-boys school, a couple of this stuff happened, a couple of that stuff happened that we could have guessed on our own. And then she got a little boyfriend, that was it. So yeah, that's my review on this video from Share My Story. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, hit that subscribe button if you're new. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Good night.